Alright, so today we're going to be talking about the derivatives of trigonometric functions. Alright, so that means sine, cos, tan. Alright, so the derivative of sine, let's say f of x is equal to sine x, right? If f of x is equal to sine x, then f prime of x is going to be equal to cosine x. Alright, so the derivative of sine x is just cosine x. Now, if f of x is equal to cos x, you may just think, oh, it's sine x. But no, the actual answer, f prime of x, or cosine of x, is equal to negative sine x. Alright, so these ones you just have to know, alright? So the derivative of sine x is cos x. The derivative of cos x is negative sine x, alright? Now, the derivative of tan x, however, is something a little different than the other two. So the derivative of tan x, so f of x is equal to tan x. F prime of x in this case is going to be secant squared x. Alright, now what that means is just 1 over cosine squared x. Alright, so those are the derivatives of the main three trigonometric terms. Alright, so now let's get into some examples. Alright, so what is the derivative? I'll keep this up here at the top. What is the derivative of f of x is equal to sine of 3x? Alright, so f prime of x is not just cos 3x, but look, we talked about the chain rule in the last video. So sine would be the outside function here. The inside function would be 3x, alright? So we have to apply the chain rule in this case. So first we do the derivative of the outside, and then we multiply by the derivative of the inside. So the derivative of sine is cos. So cos 3x times derivative of 3x is 3. So the final answer is 3 cos 3x. Alright, now let's get into another one. We have h of x is equal to cos 5x squared. Alright, now the same thing applies for this one. We have the inside function, which is 5x squared, pardon me, and then the outside function, which is just cosine. So again, we have to apply the chain rule here. So h prime of x is equal to, we see up here, cosine, the derivative of cosine is negative sine. So negative sine, and then in brackets, we keep the inside function the exact same, 5x squared. Now the derivative of 5x squared is 10x. Alright, so you can rewrite this as equals minus 10x sine 5x squared. Alright, and boom, that's your derivative for that one. Now we get to another one with tan. So we have f of x is equal to tan 2x plus 1. All right? So what we want to do here, again, is the chain rule. So inside function, outside function. So f prime of x is equal to, if we check up here, the derivative of tan x is secant squared x. All right? So down here, we're going to want to write secant squared of 2x plus 1 times the derivative of the inside, so 2. Now that gives us our final answer of 2 secant squared 2x plus 1. All right, so that's the derivative of that one. Now, getting into some different kind of functions, we have f of x is equal to x squared sine of x. All right. Now we have two terms here. We have sine x and x squared. So there's two different functions, which means we have to apply the product rule. All right. So the product rule will be 2x, so the derivative of the first one, I don't need to include a bracket, times the second one, times sine x plus x squared times cos x, because now I do the derivative of the second one. All right, so this looks like this. And yeah, that's as simple as you can get it pretty much. So f prime of x is equal to that. All right, now we have another one. Let's do another one. We have x cubed cos 2x. Oh, and don't forget your f of x. All right, so again, this is some more product rule. So what we have to do is get the derivative of the first one. So f prime of x is equal to the derivative of the first one, so 3x squared cos 2x plus x cubed times negative sine, because derivative of cos is negative sine, negative sine 2x times the derivative of the inside because of chain rule, so times 2. All right, so we can rewrite that as 3x squared cos 2x plus 2x cubed, sorry, not plus, minus 2x cubed, because the minus is right here, minus sign. So minus 2x cubed sine 2x. If you just want a little simpler, you can just rewrite it like this. Okay, next function. Now we're getting into some different stuff. So f of x is equal to sine x over x. Okay, now here we want to use the quotient rule because it's a fraction. So f prime of x will be equal to, so the derivative of sine x is cos x. So we do cos x times x minus sine x, because the derivative of x is just 1, so you don't have to include it. So, and then over x squared. So yeah, that's that one. It was pretty simple. Okay, now let's do another one. This time we have sine squared of 4x. All right, so f of x is equal to sine squared of 4x. So what we want to do is get the derivative of the outside first. So we want the derivative of this one, and then the derivative of this one. Pardon me, actually, that's wrong. We want the derivative of this, then this, then this. So it's 3 parts. We have to apply chain rule here. Okay, so we bring down the outside, which is the 2. So now it becomes 2 sine 4x times cos 4x times 4. All right, so that's equal to 8 sine 4x cos 4x. All right, now let's do another one. Which one did we just do? Sine squared 4x. Okay. Now we have f of x is equal to cos 3x squared plus sine x. All right. Give yourself a second to try this one, and then unpause the video when you have your answer. It's a lot. You really learn this stuff faster if you try it for yourself first, and you try to use what you've learned. So first we do the derivative of the outside, which is cos. Then we do the derivative of the inside. All right. So derivative of cos is negative sine. So negative sine, and then we keep the inside the same. 3x squared plus sine x, and then multiply by derivative of the inside. So derivative of 3x squared is 6x, and then derivative of sine x is cos x. So 6x plus cos x. All right, that's the derivative for this one. So as you can see with the trigonometric functions, it's pretty simple if you just know the derivatives, because they're very easy to just memorize, unlike these other ones where you just like apply like the power rule or something, like you bring the 2 down and whatever. The derivative of cos is negative sine, derivative of sine is cos. And then if you have tan, it's secant squared. All right. Next one. Let's do this one. F of x is equal to tan of sine of 2x. All right. Now you're like, what the hell? But it's just chain rule. It's just chain rule. I promise you it's not hard. You do derivative of tan first. Then you do derivative of sine. Then you do derivative of 2x. All right. It's just the chain rule. So f prime of x. So we said the derivative of tan is secant squared. So then we keep the inside the same. And then multiply by the derivative of the inside. So derivative of sine is cos, so times cos 2x. And then times derivative of the inside, which in this case is 2x, so times 2. All right. So now you can rewrite that if you want as 2 cos 2x secant squared sine 2x. All right, so that's your simplified version with one term pretty much. Okay,